Hi guys, so this is a shop my stash video. So we're going to start with foundations. We're going to go through everything. It's really important to shop your stash, see what you have, mix and match things, and make sure things are getting used up. Maybe use a foundation for 2 weeks, then kind of go back and use another one, so you're kind of evenly doing it. Let's get started, guys. It won't be me now, it'll be the camera. Makeup will be the camera will be the makeup. But so yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I hope this gives you some inspiration. So this is basically what I keep all my foundation and concealers in. Recently, I kind of did a what's definitely out of date, and so some stuff has certainly gone. So things like what I don't want to really get rid of, guys, is this is the Perfector 4-in-1 Glow, but I accidentally got the wrong colour. It looked completely different online. This is 0.5 Fairlight Cool, and I am in, it should be here somewhere. Yes, I am in just 0000. So it may not look like on the camera the same. It does. You can certainly see the difference there. So you can see the one that's being used as well is the 4-in-1 Fairlight. So 05, maybe if I get a tan or if I am tanning, something like that, but I don't really want to throw it away. So what I'll do is I'll leave it in my stash. I won't be doing it in the weekly stash as such, but I will keep it for kind of if I'm doing self tan or anything like that. So that's going to be in this week's. This is something I bought a couple of weeks ago. Still kind of, Revlon have been something that I've worn for quite a while, but this was the Longwear 24 hour. It's not going to be in my stash this week because I do have the Max Factor pan sticks, but we are going to kind of maybe come back to that in a couple of weeks' time. And again, what I am going to say is when the clear storage comes, everything will be displayed so much easier. This is She Glam, guys. Now, if I put this side by side, they're almost the same color. So this is She Glam's foundation, and I think the packaging is very like Charlotte Tilbury. So this is just the Complexion Pro. It does last a very, very long time. Have a very, very good primer underneath, guys. And it's a matte finish, and mine is in nude. So that's not going to essentially go. So we're going to put that over here with things that we're not going to put in our Shop My Stash. Again, this is the CC from It Cosmetics Nude Glow, and when I have a tan, it's really, really good. The SPF is 40, so I mean it's a really, really good one, guys. It's not going to go in this week. It's not going to be something I use up. This is certainly going to be in what I use up. This is the multi concealer eraser, so we're going to put this here. Again, what I'll do is I'll have all these stacked when my clear storage comes. So this will kind of be towards the back, then I'll move the stuff that's going to be into the front. So let's look again. A primer I want to start using, guys, is the Wet n Wild Luminous Photo Focus Luminous Base. And it looks a bit like a foundation, but it's not. It goes on quite clear. I do want to start using that too. Kind of want to get a mix and match of primers as well that I can use kind of every day differently. And this is in Do Me a Favor, as in dewy skin. And that's kind of what it looks like. So that's going to be going in here as well. I do like to use, I know this says a primer, but I definitely like using another primer on top of that. Now, this is going to go back to kind of not this week or next week. This is the Rimmel Perfect Primer, and it's Fix and Perfect. It's clear, it's a sheer kind of consistency. It says it's 5-in-1 results, smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies and protects. So that's what that says. I will be putting that towards the back along with the Revlon Colour Stay, and I do have a milk actually one that I want to start using actually, guys. I've had this for a while. It's the only milk product I have. It's Milk Makeup. They do skincare as well. This is in 2C, and it's a concealer, and it also is kind of like, it says Future Fluid all over cream concealer. So that's what that is. Very nice packaging, but I do want to start using that. So what I might do is you go in between these 2 different days. Then we have the ELF, which will be going in. So what I might do is, because the ELF is definitely getting a little bit lower, I might actually change my mind and put that towards what I'm not going to be using. Let's go back in. This is Profusion, and I love their, as you know, if you watch my videos, I like their primer. This is the 2-in-1, as in their eye primer. This is the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and it's in fair beige. And again, is it just me, guys, or are they copying the Charlotte Tilbury kind of packaging? But it's really, really good. It's not going to go in what I'm using this week, but I'm certainly going to keep an eye out, and maybe 2 weeks time look at that. This is the Rimmel concealer, which is going straight in the back, guys. I really do need to kind of look at my ELF Camo Concealer Hydrating. I really can see I'm getting really good use out of this. You can see it's almost, I'd say there's about a half left in that, and then I'll go on to this. This is very, very good. This is the Multitasker Concealer Corrector. And it's very, very nice packaging as well. So I usually combine that with, if I show you, I usually combine that with the Lasting Finish, and I do have a review on that. That's the 35 SPS Hydration Boost, and it's got hyaluronic acid. Again, this is going back. It's not going to be used. I'm having a day where I'm just dropping everything, so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. So yes, so I'm definitely keeping this, and I am going to put the other concealers towards the back. Again, like I said, when the clear storage comes, everything will be at the front that I use, and then I can mix and match and go from place to place. But you can see I've got two of the same here that we're going to take out. So if I just zoom in for you there, this is in light and then this is in fair. So I thought I was light, but obviously clearly I wasn't. You can see there's a huge difference there if I put them side by side. And I really like this one. So when I do tan, or if I self tan, I will use this. It's such a waste not to use it, guys. And the tinted hydrator, if you don't want something so full on, like say a heavy pan stick or a heavier foundation over here, things like BB creams, tinted moisturizers are really, really good. So this again will be going back. I'm not going to be using this because I want to get through that Max Factor pan stick, but it will be used this year for sure. And then I can mix and match when the summer comes, or if I and then I kind of go back and forth. This is the Maybelline Eraser Multi-Use Concealer. But then you've got this one, which is kind of a peachy tone, which is a brightener. So that kind of has multi-use purposes. So does this. I mean, you can definitely use this as a foundation as well as a concealer if you've got really, really good skin. But this one I've been loving too. So they're both almost kind of at the same kind of in terms of how much they've been used. I think I'm going to put this one back, and this one's going to be in my my collection for this week. So this is it up close. It's more of the peachy tone. I don't think it has a kind of a name. It's just the peachier tone. I love it. It brightens up. If you're very tired, I really do love it, because if I'm on an overnight and the next day, even if I've done my skincare really well and I still look a little bit tired, this is great, the kind of peachy tone. So for the actual foundation, I have taken it out for you to see. This is the Max Factor Pan Stick in Fair, and that's what it looks like, guys. It's like a twisty cap. I don't have a lot left, as you can see, because I really do enjoy using it. It's a heavy, I wouldn't say heavy, I'd say it's a light to medium. I would say more medium, certainly not light. And again, it's really, really travel friendly. You've got your little cap there, so that'll be definitely in my collection. My primer is going to be the ELF Poreless Putty Primer. It's really nice creamy consistency, and there's not a lot left, but I want to get kind of good use out of it. So I put this over, under the 4-in-1 from Maybelline, and it's just really nice, very moisturizing. So I definitely want to get this in. My primer is going to be the ELF Poreless Putty Primer. It's really nice creamy consistency, and there's not a lot left, but I want to get kind of good use out of it. So I put this over, under the 4-in-1 from Maybelline, and it's just really nice, very moisturizing. So I definitely want to get this in. And then just lastly, for the terms of the primers, foundations, concealers, this is my Profusion Eye Primer Base, Pigment Base, which is meaning it's a white consistency. It's not clear, and I absolutely love it. It's from Profusion. You can get the clear one, but this is certainly one that I definitely go to, and this will be in this week. So the ones at the back are ones that are going to be taking kind of a step back for the next couple of weeks. So you've got Maybelline in there, you've got your Milk, the Wet n Wild, Rimmel, It's CC Cream. I think these ones here I just really want to use up first. The one thing I have switched around, as well as the ELF Putty Primer here, is the Wet n Wild Luminous. So I want to kind of chop and change those two. The Maybelline 4-in-1 definitely, and the pan stick I really just want to give that a good go. There's not much left, as you saw, and then the pink toned 4-in-1 Maybelline eraser. And then I've just got my ELF, which you can see is kind of coming to the end there. So in terms of primers, foundations, concealers, this is what we'll be using. So for eyeshadows, guys, I don't think it's going to come as any surprise if you've just seen my last video uploaded what my eyeshadows are going to be this week, probably the next week as well. So you've got Wet n Wild here in whipped cream. This one, as I said before in a couple of videos, it arrived this way, but it actually fell out of the pan. So it didn't, it's not, I know it looks like somebody used it, but actually when I opened it, it was all broken up here. And I thought to myself I would just throw it, but then I said, no, these are absolutely fine. So that's the Wet n Wild whipped cream. And this is the ELF I Love You a Latte. This is just what I've done in a video previous to this, guys. And it's just so neutral. It's so beautiful. If you really want to get some glitter in there or just some shimmer, you can see there the shimmer that's in those tones there, and you can also see this is a matte. So if you just want the matte, I would go with the ELF I Love You a Latte. If you are looking for something a little bit more, go for something like this, because you have your Wet n Wild here, but they have the one matte, but then do keep in mind these are all shimmers. So yeah, you could mix and match, which is exactly what I did in the last video. Again, just for my blushes, what I'm going to be doing is using the ELF. This is in Tahiti, and this is just their medium brown. This is their putty bronzer, and then I've got the Tahitian Glow, which is the pink blush as well. The ELF duos aren't available anymore, guys. It makes me sad, but this is the one in watermelon, and you do get your highlight. So there's what I'll be using for bronze, blush, highlight and eyeshadows. Definitely go for the Wet n Wild whipped cream if you like it. If I can get in a little bit closer to show you that shimmer, but it is really, really nice. I did swatch it in my last video, and I've got my highlight, and then I've got the bronzer and the blush. I will be using my Huda Beauty Glow as well, which is just a powder bronzer, which I will put over that as well. So this is it, guys. It's the Glow Wish from Huda Beauty bronzer. And then just a blush that I'm going to be putting over the putty blush is the Max Factor Gorgeous Berries, which you also would have seen in my last video. Just beautiful. You've got that marble effect too, but it definitely needs to go in these next 2 weeks shop my stash. So I'm just pulling out the Collections Mile High Mascara. That's going to be what's going to be in my stash this week and next week. I don't want to get another mascara until it's used out completely, guys. I just don't want to kind of waste money, especially since this one's quite good. And as I said, I would think it was just getting to the end of the last mascara when I thought it wasn't doing quite well, but actually it's really, really good, and it's kind of like a fibre mascara, so that'll definitely be going this week. And then for my kind of lip gloss, it's kind of like a kind of a high shine lip crayon. It is the Daydreamer from number 7, so that'll definitely be in use. So this is it all, guys. I did forget to mention the Collection pressed powder for setting powder, and I do have my Revolution setting spray in oil control, which I have in the bag at the minute. So this is everything, guys. I think it's a really good idea. I just want to get use of the things I have before I move on to the next, particularly things that I'm kind of halfway through, like you can see here with the ELF hydrating concealer, and then I've got things that I haven't used that I could certainly use over primers, which is the Wet n Wild Luminous Primer, but it has kind of that liquidy base at the top. It's quite sheer on, so it wouldn't affect, say, the Pore Putty Primer or the Maybelline 4-in-1. So yes, guys, this is what I'm doing. I would highly recommend doing the same thing. See what you have, guys, see what looks you can get out of it. Again, I absolutely love the video I did today with the combination of ELF and Wet n Wild. See you in the next video, guys, and thank you for watching.